Well, good evening. Hope everybody's having a good day. Nice day for a ride. Says I'm doing 65, but I'm not. I'm doing about 60. But my GPS may take a little bit to come on. Yeah, you can see there, 64. 65, it's doing about, yeah, that's not right. It ain't acquired the satellites yet. I thought it said it was 49.9, but it's not actually acquired yet, so it's not right. Maybe it will here in a minute. But my speedometer is a little off because it's changing the sprocket. I think I'm going to change back to the 14 tooth. Not that I don't like the 13 tooth. I just I don't like the RPMs being that high on the highway. And yeah, I don't ride tons of highway miles, but I do ride back and forth to work. And if I want to make a trip, you know, down south to the mountains down there in Arkansas, I don't want to sit there with high RPMs all the way down there for, you know, a 2-hour trip. So it's better with that sprocket, but the 14 tooth, I think it's going to suit me better. No more often than I do. I do go off-road a lot, but not really in the extreme off-road, you know, mud bogging and gravel bars and all that stuff a lot. More dirt roads, fire roads, which I don't care about the gearing much for that. That stupid thing's not going to acquire the satellites. For some reason it's been doing that lately. Sometimes it does and sometimes it don't. The sun's nice and bright today, that's for sure. And I can wheelie. It's a little better maybe with the 13 tooth front sprocket, but I can still do it. No problem with the stock gearing. It may be just you don't want to acquire them as good while you're moving. Maybe if I start it when I'm just sitting still and wait till it acquires some of the satellites in, it'll work better. I don't know. Just once in a while they don't want to do it. It's not going to work. And then I might turn it on 5 minutes later, it does fine. I wouldn't want to be in a survival situation and depend on it, that's for sure. The leaves have not fallen off. They've fallen off all the walnuts. Of course, the walnuts, the leaves always go first. They come on last and they fall off first. That's the way walnuts do. You can see most of those you see without no leaves on them, them is walnuts. But the other ones are, the oak trees are, a lot of them turn colors and then now they're pretty much brown because it frosted. So I was deer hunting the other night, or the other evening, and the leaves was falling, boy. That wind was blowing. It's really neat. Catch some pretty good air over that. Don't know if you can see it on the video. Use of GPS off. No, I want to continue acquiring. See if it ever does. Haven't got my tires ordered yet, but I have decided I think I'll get the Shinko 244s. And I'll get front, I'll get a 321, and then the rear I'll get a 4.60 18 for the back. I said 321, it's actually 3.00. A lot of changing the gearing too is, believe it or not, but you go and wear your tire down from, you know, tall tread down to nothing. That changes the diameter of the tire quite a bit. That and getting a bigger tire or a smaller tire. I just like to ride the back roads home instead of the highways. I do ride them some. This guy's hauling, but it looks like a busted up hay bale or something. Not a good time of evening to see the deer. You can once in a while, but usually they come out right before dark, and it's not that close. It's only 3:30 right now. So I'll probably go deer hunting a little bit. It's bow season, so I'll probably go deer hunting a little bit this evening. Hey, like my drift crossbar pad. It's actually not, but I put this drift decal on the crossbar pad. It looks pretty good actually. It's stuck good. It's one of those crossbar pads. It's the plastic material, so it's stuck good on there. And advertised for drift a little bit, because I sure do like their cameras. That's what I use here, is a Drift HD Ghost. I'd like to have the Drift Ghost S, because it will do 1080p 60 frames. This one does 1080p 30 frames or 720p 60 frames. Right now I'm actually recording in 720p 60 frames, but the S will do 1080p in 60 frames, so I'd really like to have one of them. It's just not in the budget right now. Maybe Drift will be nice and send me one, you think? They sure get a lot of advertisement off of me for nothing, that's for sure. Because all my videos and 73,000 views, and every one of my videos is about the CRF250L and drift camera, so but it is a wonderful camera. I like it a lot better than I do the GoPro. I wouldn't trade mine for a GoPro any day. I like the slim look instead of the big refrigerator sitting out on the side. Well, I'm hoping I don't have to follow this Ford Ranger all the way. Oh, I know what that is. That guy's got a load of shavings. You get them from the Handle company here, local house Handle. It's like $5 for a load, all you can haul, and that's what that is. It's usually ash and hickory. It's where they take and use a lathe and they mill those handles down. They turn them handles down, and that's the shavings off of it. Yeah, there's a little water running across the low water bridge. Not a lot. Now if that would have been an old blast from the saddles up there in Canada, he split right across that dude. He splits in mud holes. I'm not a mud hole splitter. I like to keep my feet dry. I used to be. We'd go out on the dirt bikes and back roading or down the Forest Service roads and splitting them mud holes, man. Just bring it up on, of course I'd bring it up on a wheelie. It makes a big difference. Bring it up on a wheelie and split them mud holes about 70 miles an hour. You still, I don't care what you do, you're going to get your feet wet. You go splitting the mud holes. I used to go to Chadwick and ride, and I guarantee you if you go to Chadwick, you're going to have wet feet. So you might want to wear something, some muck boots or something waterproof, that's for sure. Hey, this thing's actually starting to acquire satellites. Look at there. It sure is. It ought to show the speed now that it's acquiring satellites. I say it should. Yeah, it's acquiring them. Shows my coordinates. There it is. Well, it says 50 now. Oh, there we go. I'm sorry. You won't believe what I was doing earlier. It wasn't showing the speed, but I was looking at the trip odometer. The speed's down there at the bottom. That's showing how smart I am right there. That 49.9 was how many miles I had been, because I hadn't cleared it in a while. It still shows you I'm about 5 miles an hour off. You look at the 38, 34, about 4 to 5 miles an hour off. When you get to 55, it's right at 5 mile an hour off. But I think I'm gonna fix that tonight and put my 14 tooth back on. One other concern was, and somebody mentioned it to me, and I knew about it because I've done it on dirt bikes before, but is the smaller diameter front sprocket, the counter shaft sprocket you have, well, the more, I don't know if you call it weight of the chain, the more the chain rides on this buffer on the swing arm. I'll show you here. I'll just show you here if we can see it. This chain's got a chain buffer here. Well, the smaller diameter this front sprocket is, the more this chain rides on that harder. The bigger sprocket will hold it up a little bit. So, you know, will it wear that buffer out faster with the smaller front sprocket? I have seen them, no kidding, on dirt bikes, wear that buffer, and you're not paying attention, wear plumb through the buffer and start digging a ditch in the swing arm in the aluminum. It will sure do it. And I don't want that to happen on this thing. So with the 14 tooth front sprocket, it will definitely help against doing that. It will make a big difference. I actually think this thing, if it wasn't for being not low geared enough in first gear, I think it ought to have like a 15 tooth on the front. It'd be better on the highway. It wouldn't be such RPMs. People say the gas mileage might be worse with this 12 tooth front, or 13 tooth front sprocket. But I'm not actually sure because I haven't paid attention to I was getting, I think the last time me and my son stopped and got gas, we both got 79.5, I think it was, miles a gallon. Both of us, his CRF250L and my CRF250L. So, and I haven't actually gauged it since to see if this sprocket is getting worse gas mileage or what. But the RPMs out on the highway, it's got to be using more fuel. Scaring the calves. It ain't bothering them old cows. They're used to anything, but them calves, watch them there. They don't like it. There's a calf up there by itself. Another one. Need to go find their mama. There's the daddy right there, probably. Big bull in there. Well, that beef is high dollar. We don't buy much beef. I see all these bumper stickers and stuff, buy beef. But yeah, I'm not going to help make them people richer. I think it's a ripoff how much they're charging for beef. There's not even no sense in the world for it to be that high. There's no nasty dead deer hide. It's just an absolute ripoff for beef to be that expensive. There's an old schoolhouse that they used to have roof and all the guts inside of it, but some pinheads, punk kids or something come by and got a thrill out of burning it down evidently, because there's no electric to it. Wasn't no lighting, and it's just idiots. We got a world full of idiots, so that's another example of them. But they burnt the thing down. The only thing left standing is a rock. Watch there, mama dog. Well, I guess I'll get off here. I'm not too far from the house, so thank you all for watching my videos. I got a lot more coming up. Hopefully I'm going to get some snow riding in, if it ain't too deep, to put on here, if it snows this year. And please subscribe, click like on my videos, and share them. But the future looks bright. I'm getting lots of views, lots of good comments. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.